Welcome to our first web development course for Pidgin from my channel. This course we will discuss HTML in full details, our hypertext markup language. We'll talk about them very well, including our CSS and other scripts when they're available. So, first of all, before we go into HTML language writing, we need to get an environment to work with. That environment, they call them IDE. So one of our IDE, which is integrated developing environment, one example of VS Code. So if you don't get VS Code, if you download them, then some people still they use brackets. Some people they use brackets. Some people they use Atom, Sublime, Notepad, Vim. But for me, I they use VS Code, and throughout the course, now VS Code, I'm going to use do the entire course. So if you they use Mac, if you download your own, if you they use Windows, if you just come click on download button and it will take you come here, then it will download for you. Then if you they use Linux, if you say click on the download button, if not Deb or RMP, if you use any one of that one, take download for your Linux system and install. So after installation, after you don't install them, you come your VS Code, then it will show something like this for you. So it will tell you VS Code and some other things. So now I advise you to go create a folder for your desktop. So when you create the folder for your desktop, then you open the folder by clicking on open. It will take you to your file explorer. Then you search for the folder when you open for desktop. So when you open your folder, now come into our folder, then you create a file. To create a file, you click on this paper with the plus button. Then you name the file index.html. Then this way, then if now folder, you click on here to create a folder. Folder now where if you keep files, but for now just create a file. So with the file now, after you don't create your file index.html, which means your home page, waiting with the next step. Well, the next step now for us to know how the markup language they be like. So first of all, you need to define which markup language you use. We get HTML3, HTML4, HTML5, HTML1, HTML2. For now, the latest one they on HTML5. So if you want to define your HTML, the one where I will teach you for this course now HTML5. So to define HTML5, you will just say doc type HTML. You don't need to add anything, just exclamation mark, then doc type HTML. This name be the exclamation mark. Okay, so after this one now, we need to activate the page. We need to start the page. How would they start the page? The page now, to start on just this tag HTML. So things where they inside brackets like this, inside greater than and less than sign, we call them tags. So this is an example of tag. Now later on we will talk about self-closing tags, tag where they close their self, then tag when they close their self. So we'll talk about that later. So after you don't start the page with this HTML they have to define this one for up. So when you don't start them, we will liken our markup language, we will liken our HTML when we write to later. So if you want to write later, you get head where you write address and everything. Then you get body of the letter. So now we'll start with the head. So this is the head. Inside the head, we need a title. The title, we call them say our website. So if we save now, again one thing that I will show you to download, come your extension, then look for live server. If you see them, click on them, I mean install them. After you install them, you will see if you want go live, you go see say open with live server. So when you click on them, it will carry you straight to your default browser. If na Internet Explorer or Google Chrome, it will carry you straight to there. But I advise you say make you change your default browser to Google Chrome so that you know you get problem, because some of the code Internet Explorer not they support them. So always change your default browser to Google Chrome. So if we look at now, okay. So after you don't do all those one, now we'll start. So the title of our website now, we don't give them for there. Say our website. Okay. Okay. So then with this now. So the title there always is display for the top of the window. So this whole screen and window. So always at the top. So they have to tell you say you did the title they have to tell the person say okay, that's also website I do now. Apple website I did, the Samsung website I did, so you know go lose track of where you did for a particular time. So since we don't get our title, what about the remaining part of our HTML? So we will see how we get them. Since we don't get a title for our head, we will leave them like that for now. We will go the body. Like I talked before, more likely down to the body of letter. Inside letter, we get heading and we get paragraph. So for HTML, we get the same thing. We get headings and paragraph. Heading, we get 6 types of heading. The H1 heading to H6 heading. So now we will duplicate this one. To duplicate or to make them double, if you did Windows, make you hit Shift Alt then the down arrow key. If you did Mac, make you use Option Alt down arrow key. Okay, so it will automatically do one for you. So now we'll change them to 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now here the important inside the tag, now the important 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So make sure say if one end for here, one go end for here. If 2 end up for here, 2 go end up for here. If 2 there and 3 there, it no go work. So 2 go open, 2 H2 will close. So we'll save now. Okay. So now it is here. So now we get this first one. This first one represents our H1. Now this second one represents our our H2 tag. Now this third one the same, go reach 6. So we see say each heading H1 to H6 they get their own size. So H1 are the largest and H6 are the smallest heading. So with this, each heading gets used. So as we do later on for later on project, we will see the use of headings. Most of the time they only make use of H1 and H2, but some projects we still use the rest. So after we don't get our heading, what about our paragraph? So to get paragraph, now P tag. So you just put a P tag there, and paragraph will say to get any default word inside paragraph, use lorem. Lorem will give you any Latin word. If that's 10 you want, after I write lorem, you press 10. If that's 30, you press 30. So I need 10 right now, so I will press 10. So we just give me 10 words. So if I save, then I call my VS Chrome, you'll see we don't get word for it. So this one being the heading and this one being paragraph. So what about to add space for our HTML? So if I just come my VS Code and I just put put space between here, you go expect say space go dey for our HTML, but no, space no go dey. It will dey the way it did before. So what if we want put space? To put space, they very simple. So you just put, you get tag what we call BR tag. So this one I will call lead us to opening and closing tag. But before then, what we see, so we'll get space for that. And now if we duplicate this one, plenty, we save. Then we open them, we'll see say our space don't do anything, don't plenty. So when we use BR means line break, we always get space for our HTML. So we'll get rid of them. We'll leave only one. So that one for down. What of if like I talked before, I talked about opening and closing tags. So we will talk about that one. So BR, the example of self closing tag. So BR they always close itself. You don't need any other tags to close them from. So they always close itself. If we see now, we see this now only BR they stand for it. Some people they write, if you write them like this or like this, so only in the close itself. H1 tags, they need other tag to close them. So this one's not they close themselves. So we open for it and close for it. But tags like this, and this, HR means horizontal line. So these three tags, they always close themselves. So we see the line now. So these tags they always close themselves up. Okay. So what about another part of HTML? Let's talk about block and inline element. If you don't hear the word block before, you might go blocks where stack when they arrange on top of each other. Exactly now, so block elements before HTML. So when we talk about block elements, it means say the elements they arrange on top of each other like these three. Then if we talk about inline, we mean say the elements straight like this. So I'm waiting with the try talk. Okay, so what if, okay, give me a minute. Brema Sunny. How can I take it? Can I take it? So you're not in bed and our website from Canva. Now we go look. So inline elements they arrange horizontally, while block elements they arrange vertically. So inline they go straight, block they come like this. So when we see an example of inline and block elements. So now we'll go with one element inline, an example now span. So if you use span, they come tomorrow. Okay, so we say will they come tomorrow, and we duplicate and will they come today. Then we save and write I want to make you observe something. You see, say they on top of each other. Most whether they go do on top of each other for our web page. What you observe? No, they know they on top of each other. Will they come tomorrow? Will they come today? If you look now, you will expect say they're going on top of each other, but no. But what about if you write them in line? What we see? So we'll go back now. We'll write them in line and block. So we'll copy, then put block here, then paste, then now we'll block example in a paragraph. So example of block elements now paragraph. So we'll save. Okay. Now we see say will they come tomorrow? Will they come today? Now example in line. Will they come tomorrow? Will they come today? Example of block. So this is a paragraph, not the day joined together. They always arrange themselves on top of each other. To prove more, say paragraph, not the block in line. We'll copy this and we'll paste them for you. You go expect say they will be in line, but no, they don't go stay in line because block elements not ever they change. So when we check now, you see, let's see the way they be. So this is an example of inline and block elements. So thank you very much for watching this video. We get more videos on interesting topic when we say you can understand since we did talk for Nigerian pidgin. So I beg, if you like as we use Nigerian pidgin, make you subscribe and make you still hit the like button. If you get question, me answer for comment section. If you still get what you want contribute to the channel to make it run smoothly, you feel say talk for the comment section below. And if you want to reach me for my email address, gtjasui@gmail.com. If you reach me for there to ask more questions on how you feel go about web development, and I do open to answer any question when you get. Thank you very much. Peace.